The image of the United States of America in most of the world is defined by the American cowboy. That's at the heart of the image of the United States. The image of the American cowboy actually comes from a short 10-year period of the great cattle drives out west.
The cowboy is viewed as the American hero, like John Wayne.
What folks don't realize is, of all states, Florida was the first to have the horse, and Florida was the first to have the cow. Florida was the first to have the American cowboy.
They really are the heroic type of culture that John Wayne embodied. They still live that way, and they're strong people, they're good people, they have good ethics and family values, and I believe a lot of people are hungry for that nowadays. I believe a lot of people are hungry for nature. I believe they want to know more about Florida than beaches and Disney.
Take care, enjoy the movie. Mostly, I think I was educated in the ways of the culture and really got to experience firsthand what it means to live in alignment with nature, live in alignment with the land around you and the animals, and really, treat everything that you have an impact on in your life with respect. And that was a big part of what I learned, I think, making the movie.
Florida's cow dogs are called cur dogs, C-U-R, cur. That comes from the Old English, where cur meant stock dog. The southern cur dogs are headers. They instinctively work in front of the cow. They instinctively stop action of cattle. And the traditional way of herding cows in unfenced native Florida is to go on what we call a cow hunt. Out west they would call it a roundup, we call it a cow hunt to this day. You go on a cow hunt with your horse, your cow whip, and your cur dog. Now you get out there in the woods, at some point you say to your dogs, whatever your command is, a lot of them use, get them. The dogs take off into the swamps, into the bayheads, into the pines and palmetto scrub. They find the cattle, they bunch them together instinctively. And they circle the cows once they've got them bunched together and hold them. And they bark, or as we say, bay, when they're circling the cattle. You call your dogs to heel, and then with your cow whips, you move the herd. And any cow or cow-calf pair that takes off from the herd, the dogs instinctively run out, drive them back to the herd. The cow dog and the horse in particular are at the very heart of that whole lifestyle.
I'll ship 5 loads of calves out of our place on a handshake to a man in Oklahoma, Kansas, or Texas.
I've talked to some old crackers that still take offense when they're asked to sign a written contract. The implication is we can't rely on your word if you have to sign a written contract. And these guys have sold ranches and farms and thousands of acres and multi-million-dollar deals on a handshake and honor it. And among the old-timers, they'll still do that.
Yeah, we do hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of business on a handshake. And that's all you need.
And I think real high values are important. I think a man's word is very important. I always tell my grandchildren, I said, do what you say you'll do. Don't say you'll do it if you're not going to do it. Do what you say you'll do.
You say something, we shake hands on it, and that meant something to people. In my family, my grandpa said he was going to do something. If he ever shook your hand, it was as good as done.
We don't need contracts. I got your word. That's the way we still do a lot of our business, on a handshake, on agreement.
Well, it's just the way we've all grown up. You know, there's a right way and wrong way to do things, and you treat people like you'd like to be treated.
I just believe that truth always wins out in the end. And I believe that falsehood is weak.
Honesty, integrity, truth. Those are the kind of things that the cattlemen and cattlewomen and people of the earth, if you look around, are what they're made of. And what's that worth?